Yes, the man who one-on-one cannot be defeated. The man who is invincible, land, sea, or air. The man who stands tall in front of this Yonko race. The man known as Kaido. But I think I know this man's weakness. Oops, sorry, should I say beast? Let's get into the video. Before we do, like and subscribe. Now let's begin. Want to just break it down to 3 main points that I came up with as far as Kaido's weaknesses go. And the first one being his crew. Now his crew is very well established, but I feel like the dynamic is not there all the way. And when I just comparing his crew, of course the Luffy's crew, even the Whitebeard crew, and just a little bit of Big Mom's crew. I mean, there is a little bit more. They're all structured kind of the same way, except for Luffy's crew. You know, everybody's actually friends, not commas. But Big Mom's crew is more of a family. It actually is a family. It's just a bunch of her children, so they can't really defy her. You know what I'm saying? They can't really turn on her. Her souls might be different because lately Zeus kind of switched over, but that was because they, you know, hurt his feelings. Poor Zeus. So, you know, they can't really go against her. Now, Whitebeard crew was just like that also, but there wasn't, you know, biologically there. His sons, he just called them that, but he wanted to make a big family. Blackbeard is another case. We don't really know what his crew motives are. I feel like the only thing we got really was from Shuri the Rain when he volunteered to help Blackbeard, but we don't know why they're following him. Blackbeard is a little bit of more of a mystery, his crew. But Kaido's crew, so that's just mainly the Calamities and some of the Flying Six. Now they are loyal to Kaido, but who's who is who the hell is him. That's who's who is. So we don't. And then Drake been flipped. So at this point is 4 Flying Six, not 6. And then everybody else, they're just feared by Kaido. The gifters, the waiters, the pleasures. They just follow him because he's ridiculously strong. But as you can see in the manga, especially in the recent chapters, you know, it don't take a lot for them to flip. Like, especially in Queen's case, like he was making, you know, just belittling his soldiers on the live floor, and they kind of got their feelings hurt, and they're seeing how this crew operates and how the raid is going, you know. So I feel like they're more easy to flip. There's no dynamic there. I get it, they're structured to be gifters, pleasures, and waiters, but the dynamic is not there, and we can see that within these recent chapters. Now, the second point I want to get into is family. Now, crew and family is kind of the same, but I want to talk about like his, like the people he actually view as family. And you could say Yamato. You can also argue Big Mom. It's part of Kaido's family because she did play the big role in like just, you know, giving him that fruit he possesses. And she also said numerous times that she see him as a brother. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what made them fall out, but Kaido has a problem with that. He's falling out with his family, and Big Mom is kind of a wild card, so I don't really know what she's gonna do yet, like as far as she's gonna stick with Kaido to the end, or because her crew is still technically trying to get up the waterfall, so she could kind of dip off. And if Kaido's losing, she could just be like, oh, my crew is here, I'm out, I'll see you later. Poneglyph, thank you, and I'm out. Deuces. So that's why I'm using that as a weakness because he falls out with Yamato as well, and we didn't get a full backstory yet. Hopefully, we will. But he don't have a really good relationship with she. I don't know what you want to do with that, but with Yamato. And I just want to really know what was him and Rock's um, dynamic was how because he was the so-called apprentice on Rox's ship. So did they have a falling out as well, or did Kaido respected Rox to the bitter end? We don't know how that played out as well. And the last weakness I want to point out is you can argue with me on this, but his weapon, his kanabo. Now, I'm only bringing this up because I seen this in actually Tekking's. He was doing a Yonko's weapons video, and he was mentioning how Kaido really uses his kanabo to channel his conqueror's haki, and I'm like, yeah, that's pretty true. But I mean, he does have a dragon form. He can fight as in well, but he's clearly stronger in his hybrid form, and I think you can argue his regular form too. If you knock him, yeah, I mean, people out with just Thunder Bagwas in your regular form. The dragon form is cool for big crowds. Like it's cool to, it's cool for traffic control, but his main source of power does come from him wielding his kanabo and infusing Conqueror's Haki with it. Maybe he could do it with his fist too. We don't know, but we never really seen him fight with his fist. He usually mollywops people with his kanabo, or he goes in a dragon form. So I think those three together might be weaknesses that we see displayed. And I mean, tell me what you think. I don't know. This is just my opinion, but that's how I feel.